Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the another tutorial. So in this tutorial we will cover the MCQs and the MCQs will be from 61 to 70 and the MCQs is from first chapter of Handa book. Okay, so the first MCQs is low resistance can be accurately measured by a Kelvin bridge, Wheatstone bridge, Wien bridge, none of the above. So the correct option is the Kelvin bridge. So let's explain it a little bit more. Uh, Kelvin bridge is used for the measurement of low resistance, while the Wheatstone bridge is used for the measurement of medium resistance. And also Wheatstone bridge is used for the measurement of absolute resistance. We have another bridge that is Wien bridge. So Wien bridge is used for the measurement of capacitance in terms of resistance and frequency. It also measured the RDO frequency. Okay, RDO frequency can be measured using Wien bridge. We have another bridge that is the Maxwell bridge. And Maxwell bridge is used for the measurement of unknown inductance. Okay, we have another bridge that is the H bridge. And H bridge is used in robots. Okay, in robot we use the H bridge, and it allow the DC motor to move forward and backward. Okay, there is another that is the device that is the Megger, and hopefully most of the students know about the Megger. That Megger is used for the measurement of high resistance. Okay. We also have another bridge that is known as the uh, Carey Foster bridge. So Carey Foster bridge is used to measure the tiny small difference between the two resistors. Okay, it measures the small difference between the two resistors. Okay, or you can say that it is used to calculate the low resistance. Okay, you can measure the low resistance by using the Carey Foster bridge. Okay, so for this MCQs, the correct option is option A, that is the Kelvin bridge. Kelvin bridge is used for the measurement of low resistance. Okay, next MCQs is a heating element of a hot plate on an electric cooking range draw 12 ampere current from 240 volt mains. How many kilowatt hour of energy will be consumed in 1 hour and 15 minutes? Okay, so in this MCQs we will find the unit. Okay, and we will find the unit. Okay, and unit is measured in kilowatt hour. Okay, so current value is given to us, and also voltage value is also given to us. So as we know that watt is equal to current voltage. Okay, watt is the unit of power, and power is equal to the multiplication of current and voltage. Current is 12 ampere, that is given to us, and voltage is also given to us, that is 240 volt. So if you multiply these two, so you will get something. Okay, so let's multiply it by using calculator. Okay, 12 times 240. So from this we get 2880. 2880. Okay, so this will be my watt. Now this is R is given to us, that is 1 hour and 15 minutes. So 1 hour and 15 minutes, you can write that like 1 hour and 15 minutes. So if you convert it into hour, so that will be 15 divided by 60. So from this we will get 1 plus 15 divided by 60, and that is equal to 1.25. So watt, so if I multiply R, and R is 1.25, so from this I will get 2880 times 1.25. So from this I will get 3600 watt hour. But this is kilowatt hour, and we know that kilowatt hour and watt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1000 watt hour, and we need to convert this in kilowatt hour. So let's say this is unknown. I need this, and watt hour is, I have watt hour, that is 3600. So do the cross multiplication. So from this you will get 3.6. So there is 3.2, that is near to 3.6. Okay, so you can say that the correct option is option B. Okay, next MCQ is temperature coefficient of resistance is expressed in terms of, actually we have resistance. Okay, we have resistance RT, and that is equal to the R naught 1 plus alpha del T. Okay, so temperature, this is the temperature coefficient. Okay, that is unknown. We need to find the unit of temperature coefficient. So what you will do, that's temperature coefficient will be equal to RT minus R naught divided by R naught times del T. So that will be equal to temperature coefficient. Okay, so temperature coefficient, the units will be ohm per, this is also measured in ohm, and this is in degree. So is there any option which is ohm per degree? Yeah, so option A is the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is, if RT is the resistance of a coil of copper at T degree, and R capital T is the resistance at capital T degree, and also the resistance temperature coefficient of the copper per degree centigrade at 0 degree is 1 divided by 234.45, then RT by R capital T is given by, so we need to find the ratio. Okay, and I already write the formula in last MCQs, that is equal to your R small t, that will be equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha del T, and R capital T, that will be equal to R naught 1 plus alpha del capital T. Okay, so we need to find the ratio of these two resistance. So that will be equal to your R small t divided by R capital T. That will be equal to, these two resistance will cut out. So 1 plus alpha del T. So alpha value is given to us, that is 1 divided by 234.45. So that is this small t. And 1 plus 1 divided by 234.45. Del T is capital T. Okay, so if you simplify it further, so you will get 234.45 plus small t divided by 234.45 plus capital T. So this is the ratio. Is there any value which is equal to this? Yes, so option C will be the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is, resistivity is usually expressed in terms of mho. No, that is the unit of conductivity. Ohm per degree, no, this is not the correct answer. This is also not the correct. Ohm per centimeter square, no, that is ohm centimeter. That is not ohms per centimeter square. Okay, so option D is the correct answer, ohm per centimeter cube. Okay, next MCQ is, which material is expected to have least resistivity? So least resistivity or high conductivity. So that is obviously option A, copper. Copper is the good conductor of electricity as compared to aluminum. Okay, but mostly on transmission line we use aluminum, and the main reason for using the aluminum is its low cost. But the cost of copper is high. Okay, next MCQ is, The shunt winding of a motor has a resistance of 85 ohm at 22 degree. When the motor runs at full load, its resistance increases to 100 ohm. The resistance temperature coefficient of winding per degree is 0.004. The rise in temperature of the winding will be nearly. Okay, so if the temperature is zero degree temperature, if the resistance at 0 degree is given to you, then you will use this formula. That is RT is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha del T. But if the resistance at some degree is given to you, like in this case, one resistance is 85 degree at 85 ohm at 22 degree, and second resistance is 100 ohm, and we need to find the temperature at 100 ohm. Okay, so this is the question. So if the temperature is not 0 degree, then you will use this formula. That's your temperature coefficient. That will be equal to RT. Yeah, you can say that R2 minus R1 divided by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. So in this case, temperature coefficient is given to us, and that is 0.004. And R2 we need, and R2 is 100 ohm. R1 is 85 ohm. R1 is 85. T2 we need to find T2. Okay, so that should be T2 minus R2 is 100 ohm, and T1 is 22 degree. So now use the calculator and solve this. So this will be 85 times 0.004. So that will be equal to 0.34 T2 minus 100 times 22 times 0.004. So that will be equal to 8.8. And 100 minus 85 is equal to 15. So T2 will be equal to 15 plus 8.8 divided by 0.34. So from this you will get 70 degree. So is there any option which is equal to 70 degree? Yes, so option C will be the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ says the resistance temperature coefficient is defined as, so resistance temperature coefficient is defined as RT minus R naught divided by R naught into del T. So that is defined as increase in resistance per degree centigrade, no. Decrease in resistance per degree centigrade, no. The ratio of increase in resistance per degree centigrade, the ratio of increase of resistance per degree centigrade to the resistance at 0 degree. Okay, so it is the ratio of this to this. So option C will be the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is two coils connected in series have resistance of 600 ohm and 300 ohm and temperature coefficient of 0.1% and 0.4% respectively. The resistance of the combination at 50 degree will be, okay, so okay, so 600, and this is the temperature coefficient that is given to me, and that is in percentage, but in actually that will be equal to 0.001, and this will be equal to 0.004. Okay, temperature coefficient is given to me, and we need to find the temperature, and this one temperature is 0 degree and second temperature is 50 degree. So RT for 600, that will be equal to R naught, which is 600 into 1 plus alpha for 600 is 0.001, and T2 minus T1, T1 is 0 degree and T2 is 50 degree. Okay, so your resistance at temperature 50 degree, that will be equal to, let's use the calculator. So that will be equal to 600 into 1 plus 0.001 times 50. So that is equal to 630 degree, ohm. Now we need to find the temperature resistance for 300 ohm. So resistance for 300 ohm, that will be equal to 300 into 1 plus alpha del T, and alpha for this 300 ohm is 0.004. Del T will be T2 minus T1. T1 is 0 degree, T2 will be 50 degree. So your resistance at 50 degree, that will be equal to, sorry, this is 50 degree. So that will be equal to 300 into 1 plus 004 times 50, and that is equal to 360 degree. 360 ohm. Okay, so both resistors are connected in series. So in series, we will add these two resistors. So if you add these two resistors, so you will get 0, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 990, yes. So option D will be the correct answer. Okay, next MCQ is a 100-watt, 200-volt filament lamp has operating temperature of 2000 degree. The filament material has resistance temperature coefficient of 0.005 at 0 degree per degree. The current taken by the lamp at the instant of switching with 200-volt supply with filament temperature of 20 degree will be 1 ampere, 3 ampere, 5 ampere, and 10 ampere. Okay, so temperature coefficient is given to me, that is 0.005. Okay, voltage is also given to me, that is constant, that is 200 volt. Power is 100 watt. Okay, temperature is 20 degree. Okay, so here two temperature is given to me, that is 20 degree and 2000 degree. So I will use that formula, that your alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 divided by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. Okay, so we need to find I naught. Okay, yes, we need to find I1. Okay, so your and R2 is equal to P divided by, sorry, R2 is equal to V2 by I2. So that will be equal to V2 is also constant, so V divided by I2 minus V divided by I1 divided by V divided by I1 T2 minus V divided by I2 T1. Okay, so voltage is constant, so this voltage will cut out by this. So your this will be equal to I1 minus I2 divided by I2 T2 minus I1 T1. Okay, alpha is given to us, that is 0.005, that is equal to I1, and I1, we need to find I1 minus I2 will be equal to P divided by V. I2 equal to P divided by V, and that is equal to 100 divided by 200. So that is equal to 0.5. So I1 minus 0.5 divided by I2 is 0.5, and T2, that is 2000, minus I1, we need to find I1, and T1 is 20 degree. Okay, so we need to use the calculator. So 0.005 times 0.5 times 2000, that will be equal to 5, minus into 0.005 times 20, that's equal to 0.1 into I1 is equal to I1 minus 0.5. So bring this toward the right side, and that will come over here. So that will be 5 plus 0.5, and that is equal to 5.5 is equal to 1 plus 0.1, that is equal to 1.1 I1. So 5.5 divided by 1.1, so that will be equal to 5. So your I1 current will be equal to 5. So is there any value which is equal to 5? So yes, so option C will be the correct answer. Okay, so this is the end of this video. If you have any question, you can post it that question in the comment box. So I will answer you there. Okay, so thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz. See you in next tutorial.